So, good evening, everybody. Hi, this is Rauf Said here, Noble Sky International. Is everyone live? I mean, live. Are we live? Yes, we're live. So, we're live for 15 seconds now. All right. Hi. Hello, everyone. This is Rauf here. I hope everyone is having a good day. I'm sure there's been some good news in the news, at least to an extent. And there's a lot of people who has been looking forward to this news, I'm sure. And the news would be that there's what? There's a cure? No, there's a cure. There's a vaccine. Well, close, not yet. But I think we are close to at least going back to a normal life. There's been some news all around the world, and at least this is good news for us. Those of us who's been cooped up at home and not going out and just eating and slogging and not exactly doing much, it's actually a good thing for you to at least go out there and be with civilization, right? So at least I know for a fact that I'm looking forward to back to a normal life. I'm looking forward to at least go and interact with people. I don't know whether they want to interact with me because of the virus. I don't carry any. At least I hope I know I didn't. Okay. So well, how's everyone this evening? I hope you're doing good on a Saturday evening. It was Labor Day yesterday. And I know there's a lot of people having a holiday again at home, not doing anything much. Okay, so we're just gonna wait for about a short while before we're gonna start and proceed, probably in another 20 seconds or so. Hello, who's that? I'm not so sure. You need to grant, guys, if you're on my live and if you comment in this video, just grant StreamYard the permission to display your name, because I have no idea who just said hello. Because I'm on the broadcast studio with StreamYard and I'm not able to see who's logging in. Okay, all right. So yeah, all right. So let's get on to it. So the topic for this evening is rather I wouldn't say controversial, but it can be a point where people wonder, am I giving the right advice? Okay. Because it is about business owner, and specifically business owner in particular, all around the world. They are very, how should I put this across? You're very loyal to your business. You're very loyal to a cause, okay? You're very loyal to ensuring that your business works, right? And nothing wrong with that. And this is something to be admired. This is something that a lot of people need to have. Entrepreneurs, right? You have to always be focused on your business, always be focused in growing your business as much as possible, because the returns in the business that you can do can far exceed any other form of investment, be it property, stocks, whatever. Okay, business returns that you put in your energy and time and effort into this business to grow can give you multiples of returns beyond any other investment vehicle that I know, and that's a fact. Okay, and that's why for a lot of people who wish to invest, who wish to start making good money, and they are wondering what should they do. And sometimes I will tell them, run a business, do a business first, find an idea, go online, learn how to sell online, learn how to broker something that people specialize in, with what you can do for them to generate sales, do something that helps you generate money. And then after that, once you make some good money, figure out a way to systemize your business, to monetize further, expand, grow a team, whereby the business is moving away from you and you're working on the business rather than in the business. Do you follow? So I'm at a stage right now whereby I'm building teams of people in my business, whereby we have people working in specific departments who's running the show. Okay, and we measure their productivity, we measure their output, and then we're building the business. We are on the business rather than in the business. But I'm also of the belief that anyone who starts a business, it is something nice to hear. Everybody here, you need to work on the business, not in the business. For those of you who's not sure what that means, meaning that if you're working in the business, means you're literally the one delivering the product, okay, delivering the Maggi mee. Why did I say Maggi? I'm not sure. Delivering the food, you're doing all the work. You're doing the accounting, you're doing the bookkeeping, you're doing everything, right? You're in the business. But if you're on the business, means, hey, no, I'm getting someone, I'm building the system, someone take over. All right, like getting a bookkeeper, he takes over the whole thing, and then you measure. So you're building the business. Okay, next, I need to do sales department. You have a sales team, right? And then you build that, measure that. Okay, and then that's building on the business. Hello, Celine Uy. Okay, all right. So that's the idea of working on the business. However, it is sometimes very easy to say, but when you're just starting out, especially for startups, you have no choice but to be in the business first, and that's a fact because you have no idea how to build a business. You're figuring things out, and building the business by being inside it is important. Okay, so that you know when you build a finance group or you build a sales team, they cannot screw around with you because you know exactly what it takes to build and run that department. You know exactly what it takes. You see? So that's important for being in the business first. But eventually you move away and transit into building on the business and becoming a business owner. Okay, so that's my point. And this group of individuals, business owners who's probably making good money. You are probably at a stage whereby you're thinking, hey, I need to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Okay, I want to reinvest everything back into my business. And that's the part where a lot of business owners make that mistake. Okay, now it's everything that I'm going to mention today is purely my opinion, my perspective. You're free to have your own opinion and perspective on how it works. Okay, but the moment one person start looking at just reinvesting into your business, or property investors only looking at investing in property, not into stocks or something else, I think that's the first step to making a mistake. Okay, and that's not something we should do. We need to invest across many asset classes. Okay, I am not going to say that, hey, I mean, I love property investments. Right? I love property investment. I love the fact that I can invest in something that's very stable. It has appreciation. It gives me cash flow. I can use leverage on the property. But at the same time, I'm not going to be dismissive about stocks. I'm not going to be dismissive about buying other business, buying shares in other businesses outside of my industry. Okay, because doing that means I'm just having a tunnel vision that, hey, only my business can survive. And that, especially coronavirus, has proven otherwise. Okay, so I'm just going to go on to the next particular slide. All right, so this is where, okay, so this is where I want to explain this part. Okay, as we move along, okay, and reopen, the coronavirus of the past has made us become very, very, how should I say? You're a bit apprehensive about what kind of thing can make money, what kind of asset can make money. Property, nobody's paying the rent, and then stock, everything's going down. It's also volatile. Running business shuts down. What can I do? Should I just keep on to gold or just hold on to cash? What should you do? You have no idea. Okay, a lot of you might not have any clue on what exactly you want to do. So the idea is this: hold on to fundamentals. That's the very first thing. People should hold on to fundamentals. Business owners, hold on to your fundamental as much as possible. Get help if you need help in your business. Okay, and the world coronavirus has hit everyone across the board. Everybody got affected. Okay, however, as any pandemic that happens, eventually it will dissipate. Eventually, a vaccine hopefully will come out of it. Eventually, people become immune, right? So that is a hope right now. And in fact, actually, it's happening. And I've been reading the news, okay, whereby I know for a fact the world is slowly, the world is slowly reopening. That's something that I discovered. The world is slowly reopening and people are going back in business. But for example, Asia, US, Germany, China, or China's part of Asia, other countries, they're easing COVID-19 lockdown. Let's take a look. Singapore, today, this is the news today, 12:05 p.m., gradually easing circuit breaker measure, okay? Because cases in community, they don't exactly count foreign workers as part of the community because they stay in their own dorm, so they're kind of isolated. I know for some of us who are a bit more righteous and wanting to feel, hey, they are part of us, I'm not going to go into that, okay? All right, but the government has their reasons on why they say within the community the cases decline, which is true, all right? And the case is declining within the community. We are seeing single-digit infections, okay, in the community. So hopefully the circuit breaker will not last till June. Yeah, it will probably end by, in 1 week. I don't know, I'm not sure. Okay, Singapore, Malaysia, in fact, they are even easing the circuit breaker. Oh no, they don't call it MCO. Okay. movement control order way before Singapore. I think they're already reopened as of, they're reopening on 4th of May. Okay, they are already going back to hopefully as much, about half of the industry is reopening. Okay, food business, restaurants are reopening. And it's good news for our friends across the border. Thailand, they're also easing. Thailand, they're easing as well. So because they're seeing their cases dwindle. The US as well is also easing. Okay, so you have all these people, all these countries, they're easing. So things are going to go back to normalcy eventually. Okay, and then you as a business owner, if your business is largely affected, you're going to find out, hey, when exactly am I going to be should I start investing outside? Well, if your business requires help, continue with fixing your business first. That's number one. Okay, but if your business is not exactly affected and you can kickstart your business as soon as possible, then the answer to that is as soon as you possibly can. You should work on investing outside of your business. Why? Okay, I'll answer that why in a short while. Okay, because you need to understand, if you want to avoid similar situation whereby your finance get wiped out from one event like COVID-19, okay, you need to be diversified into something else. That's why I'm saying as soon as you possibly can, you should start investing in something else, like property, stocks, or something on behalf of your company. Okay, I will address this part in a short while. Okay, so there are 3 fundamental factors when you should invest outside your business. Okay, the first one is you have a working revenue model, meaning you have a business that can make money, that's always constantly earning you monthly income. Okay, it is something as much as possible. My coach Jivan, I have a business coach in Coach Jivan. He said it's something as something dumb that you can sell easily. People buy. It's just giving you, it covers your baseline, covers your break even at least. Okay, all your fancy stuff is all just above break even. As much as possible, this is a working model. Okay, a working revenue sales that can come in as easy as possible, right? Like they say, a lot of law firms. I'm not very sure. I'm just quoting from him. Okay, a lot of law firms. All the big cases are something that they wish they have more of that because that generates big money. But they broke even from sales and purchase agreement of houses that they sell and convey from seller to buyer. Okay, things like that. Okay, simple legal transactions are what they make their break even from. So you need to have a working revenue model. That's number one. Number 2, you are already paying yourself. Okay, this is important. All right, and what do I mean by that? Meaning that you are taking, if you're running a private limited or Malaysia Sdn Bhd, Indonesia PT, I'm not so sure what they call it. Okay, PT, I think PT. You are also earning income from the business, and you don't commingle your personal and business together. Okay, your business money is your business money, not your money. Okay, I remember that advice very, very strongly from another mentor of mine. Okay, so you need to make sure that there's a line drawn very clearly whereby your business pay you income and you have your monthly income that you're consuming, that you're earning from your business. You're paying yourself already. Okay, and that payment, that salary to you is part of company's operations. That is important. You must pay yourself a salary. Okay. The third, you have your business financials well managed. Meaning you're not the only one looking at business. There is someone that you hired that's looking into your accounts, into your transactions, your in and out of your business, your money in, money out. You have a bookkeeper, a CPA, everything has been hired to look into your financials, your P&L, your profit and loss, your balance sheet, and everything and so forth. Okay, this has been done. Then you know, okay, I am now ready because I know I have a working revenue model. 1, 2, I'm paying myself already, I'm getting income. 3, I have my business financials well managed by somebody, and I am looking at it from the top. Okay, fix these 3. If you don't have any of these 3, maybe don't consider investing outside your business because you're not ready. Okay, that's my opinion. All right, but this 3 is done. This 3 is sorted out. You have it already, and there is you meet this 3. Then consider diversifying away from your business at the same time. Okay, so I will talk about how much and all that in short while. Okay, but the more important question that people need to ask is this: it's not when should you invest, it's actually why. Okay, why should you invest outside of your business? And this is, I will say the word blasphemy. I'm not so sure you know what that means. Blasphemy to a lot of business owner because hey, I should focus only on my business, right? Like I said earlier. Well, actually not very true. Okay. What if COVID-19 happens? Who's going to give you the money, right? Okay, so at least you have something else to fall back on, all right? So why is things like this? Your business is at risk too. Because if you just only having one area or source of income, one business, that's the only thing you're focused on, what if that gets wiped out? I've read a lot of news online whereby businesses get wiped out from this, right? People having things at home that they couldn't sell because of the home-based business lockdown, clamped down earlier, last few weeks. There was a fiasco in Singapore. People end up with things that they cannot sell. They have to refund people, so they have to refund the buyers. So this is unpleasant. And as much as we don't want that to happen, but if you're only focusing on reinvesting into your business, you are at risk. Okay, COVID-19 is a black swan event. Can there be another COVID-19? Last I heard, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be racist. People in China are eating wildlife again. They're consuming wildlife again. They're allowing wildlife trade to happen. I don't know what they're going to call it, COVID-20 maybe. I'm not so sure. Sorry, okay, I'm not trying to curse, all right? But that's not the point. All right, so we need to be prepared. Okay, this black swan COVID-19 event has taught us a lesson. We have to be very, very well prepared and well diversified. Okay, then anything or everything can be risky. Meaning, property can be risky. Why? Hey, look at that. People are not paying. They don't have income. They got shut down. Got no money to pay. Who's going to pay your rent? Nobody, right? Nobody's going to pay you your rent. So you're going to be at a problem of paying your loans. Hopefully, your bank give you forbearance or moratorium, but you don't have to pay loan for a few months and just push back a loan to a later date. Okay, hopefully that happens. Then you can at least ease off a little. In the US, our properties that we bought have no loan, so technically we're not exactly at much of a bank leverage risk with a bank. Okay, so that's something good for us when we buy for our investor. Okay, so stocks is also risky. It can go up, can go down, can go up, can go down. Everybody loves when they go up, right? But nobody likes it when it goes down. Well, people who knows how stock works will hope that it keep going down and down and down, so they can buy more. Okay, I know there's some people praying for this to happen. And if business closes, if your business closes, your property investment, especially if you invest in property, the value does not get wiped out. That's important to know, guys. Understand this. If I diversify my my money away from just reinvesting into my business, I also buy property with my business money. Okay, I also invest in something else. And in this case, if you were to buy property, that property does not get wiped out in value. That's important to note, right? Doesn't mean COVID-19 property becomes zero. Do you think that happens? I don't think so. Okay, it might drop, but it doesn't become zero. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Some people actually think that, no? Oh, property now worthless. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So that's something for us to understand. All right. So before you can look into managing a business finance, you should first manage your personal finance. And I have covered this twice in my previous life. Okay, I'm going to go through this very, very quickly. Okay, so this was the video that this was the image that I show you in the last life. Okay, whereby I said that things like you need to separate into 6 jars. Some people can adopt it, some cannot. I did it successfully for myself. Okay, I'm not so sure about people out there. You can try it out. But most importantly, that you have to do is to do the very first jar, financial freedom account. Okay, this jar has to be set aside every month, meaning that this money is your golden goose, is going to lay you eggs every month. This is the most important jar. Okay, you have to maintain this jar. Now, this is your take-home income. Okay, all this money, I'm talking to specifically right now to business owner, money. If your business is generating $500,000 in revenue, example, and you're paying yourself $5,000 a month, okay, that $5,000 a month, all right, that you get is the money that you use for your personal home income. It's called take-home. It's the money here. All these 6 comprise from the $5,000 a month. Okay, this is your take home. You need to pay yourself high. Business owner, take my advice. I learned from my coach. Pay yourself high. Prioritize your payment first. There's something you have to do. Okay, as much as possible. Is it the bare minimum for you to be successful? Your business must earn at least $1 million in revenue, and you are paying yourself $10,000 a month. That's like a litmus test. If you haven't done that, well, you're not exactly there yet. Okay, so you must take home every month money that you can divide into these 6 jars. For your personal life, your personal expenses and consumption. Your business, not yet. I'm not talking about business. This is your personal one. Okay, so 10% set aside, invest in something. If you are not investing at least 500, if you're earning 5,000, if you're not investing $500 a month into an investment, something's not right. You need to correct your finances first. Okay, now business is a bit different. Why do I say that? Because if you want to split the 6 jar, you possibly can. I tried it before, but it gets a bit complicated. because for a fact is that product-based and service-based have different gross margins. Okay, so I'm just going to go into it very, very quickly. All right. Oh, hello. Thank you, hello, coach. All right. So a good starting point that I've discussed it with several people. I've discussed it with my coach. I've discussed it with a professional CPA. His name is Fazluddin, right, in Singapore, one of the top CPA in Singapore. Okay, and he and both of them give their input is about 10% of revenue that you earn every month. Money comes into your company's account. Okay, you earn some form of revenue. A 10% number is a good starting point to set aside, okay, into an account, a savings account or something that you can grow and then put it into an investment. Okay, Fazluddin, my good friend, the CPA, mentioned that 50% of the cash, of the money that you set aside, should be set aside for rainy days. Okay, which is like COVID-19 is a good rainy day. The other 50% is investing in something else, which is at least safe. You can at least rely on the liquidity for rainy days, but you have 50% into investment that will help to grow or appreciate in value. Okay. And the thing that I understand is this: product-based business and service-based may have different margins. So please check with your CPA or your finance people or yourself first to see when are you ready. What is your gross margin? Gross margin is anything that you spend on creating the product, selling the product. Okay, you sell a product, the cost of goods sold. Okay, what's the margin that you get? Don't count your overheads like salary or rental. Don't put that aside first. Okay, just your gross margin. Okay, your gross margin might be different across industries, across companies. Okay, so this is something that you have to take note. But a 10% amount of revenue of the top line is a good starting point. If you cannot, really look into your numbers. Important to know. Okay, all right. May I just take and find out exactly what are some of the comments that appeared? Good. Should we good to go? Okay. So this is let's continue. So what was I saying? Okay. You're welcome. So if there's any comment from anybody to comment on whatever I just said, please just drop in there, and then I would love to hear from you. Sorry, very important. I don't know why today got no cup. Okay. All right. So the idea is this: invest inside your business, but you reinvest your money back into your business to ensure your business keep functioning and growing. Okay, as well as outside your business, across different asset class, stocks, real estate, other businesses. Okay, this is an advice, and I've read this across many different websites and from people who are experts in managing business, finance, and all that. Okay, they mention this: don't just look into your industry, invest outside of your industry, and that's important. Okay, so that you are well diversified into something else. What did every business owner probably wish that they invest in other than their business, especially for companies that are retail fashion companies that has been shut down, right? Companies like H&M, they shut down, they took a beating. Esprit has thrown in the towel, right? And they have literally declared bankruptcy. So what would an owner of Esprit hope? They probably did some before that, invest something else before that, probably in food, or things like fast-moving consumer goods like that, like food or anything consumption that the people want to buy during this kind of crisis, during COVID-19. These are probably things that they wish they invested in, or maybe they are. We don't know. Maybe we're not sure. Okay, but when you're diversified to something else, it at least gives you a lifeline to ensure that you're not just dependent on one stream of income that can probably die from a crisis like COVID-19 or coronavirus. So this is something for you to take note of. Okay, for us to be well prepared in the future. All right, my very last slide. I won't be talking too much. I'm ending a bit early today. So the idea for me, for us, if you work with Noble Sky, okay, the advice we always give is to look at buying income-producing assets when they are low and crashing. Now, people always get sucked into this, especially when the sentiment around the world is crazy. I have my team members who spoke to some people on the phone. They say, "You're insane. You're disillusioned. You're nuts. You're crazy. What are you doing buying property now? Are you mad? Everything's crashing." It's that fear, right? You get sucked into fear. You get sucked into all these sentiments, this sensational news that comes online that you're reading and consuming. You're so affected by all this. Don't get sucked into that. All right. Educate yourself. Be immune to all this news that's happening. Learn fundamental of investments. What exactly makes a good investment? If you start making good decision based on what you learn, right? Things that you learn about real estate, things that you learn about stocks. Apple for now, people say you're crazy to invest in stocks, Apple, whatever, maybe, I don't know, but Apple, their earnings instead, I think, went up, but although their stock went down a little, but they're a good, damn strong, solid company, right? So you don't know. Okay, learn about stock investment, learn about anything that's happening out there. If you wish to ride back on the uptrend, that's probably going to happen. In any downtrend, it doesn't just drop forever. When will the stock market probably, or any form of investment doesn't make sense at all? When, I don't know, I heard Grant Cardone says this, when should you don't do anything, and just when there's a zombie apocalypse or something, right? There's zombie apocalypse, there's a alien invasion or something that just literally made us stop our life and not go back at home and then live a normal life at home. No, little things like that forces us out and just shuts everything down. Maybe that kind of event, then you stop lah. That's my point. Okay, probably cash that is not even worth crap. Gold also nobody want to buy. Nobody care about it. Everybody think about survival. But if it's not that, then you're back in a normal reality like right now. Okay, where economies are reopening. Well, learn fundamental of investment, income producing assets. That's my main point. Don't get too sucked into where people say everything is bad, this is bad. Like, let's learn what Warren Buffett said. When everyone is greedy, become fearful. When everyone's fearful, like right now, become greedy. All right, be greedy. So that's about what I have for this evening. If there's anyone who has any particular question, if you want to ask me something, you can go ahead and ask, because I think we're coming nearing to the end. 3 minutes left. Okay, so I appreciate everyone else who joined us online this evening, and this is probably one of our shortest live that we've done, and we hope to give a bit more value. If there's anyone who would like me to cover certain content, certain topics that you like my point of view on, please just drop us a text, PM us, and we will be more than happy to see whether we can cover the content in the next live in the future. Okay, and I would love to answer any particular queries that you might have in my domain of specialty, of course, and our domain of specialty is in real estate. We had a very good webinar the last round. There was a slight glitch with technicalities with Webinar Jam. We don't know why. I was talking to myself on Webinar Jam, but it wasn't distributing the video to the people that went into the webinar. It's very weird. So I think we're going to give Webinar Jam another chance in the next webinar, which probably the next webinar that I'm going to run is next week Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so join our group. If you see here, the group is this one, Nova Sky Tribe. Okay, there's a group that I'm forming, and there will be special freebies and goodies that we want to give this group eventually. So it's only given to people in this group. All right, if you are part of this group, we will love to give you extra freebies and any question that you'd like to reach out to us directly, please go into the group and we'll be more than happy to answer. Okay, if there's no other questions or no other comments from anybody, I'd like to say a good night to everyone watching this, and I hope that you have a pleasant evening, pleasant night, and have a good Sunday tomorrow. For Muslims who are celebrating Ramadan, have a good fast, and keep your faith, and things will get back to normal soon, everybody. I don't think they will reopen the place of worship, so that's something of a downer for all our Muslims, because we hope to be in God's home and house at this point in time, but we couldn't. And this is something that I got a very interesting question. So just to answer that. So at least we listen to what the authorities have to say for us. What will happen to US properties if war happens between US and China? Well, the same thing happens, right? Okay, what will happen to China properties, to the Chinese economy? What will happen to everything around the world? Everything will go to shit. All right, things will go out of control. But if you understand fundamentals, that's why I say you need to learn about fundamentals. If the militaries go to war, okay, unless the entire 1.2 million of the Chinese standing Chinese army literally drop onto the US and then kill everyone, but otherwise I don't think so that they have the ability to do that. The US might have because of their aircraft carriers, but the Chinese might not have it yet. You see, it take a long time. Okay, but the thing to understand: people in America, people in China, they still need homes to stay. For me, in properties, they still need homes to stay. And for a landlord, just because there's a war happening that across the world, okay, doesn't mean that you stop paying your rent. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. In the last World War, there's still landlords collecting checks. Okay, guys? There's still landlords collecting checks. So money still comes in to the landlord if collecting check. There's still people who need homes to stay. There's still buyers and sellers. Okay, there's still flippers, someone flipping the property to a home buyer who wants to buy from them. So that will still happen. Learn fundamentals. That's why I say a unique black swan event that literally shuts everything down. People just run underground and run away from everything. Is things like maybe zombie apocalypse or alien invasion, things like that, whereby you just cannot live. Or maybe comet like Armageddon. You know the movie Armageddon? That really happens. There's no way to stop that thing from coming and destroy everything on Earth. I would say, please don't even bother investing. Run. Okay, be with your loved ones. For Muslim, go to Makkah or Medina. Okay, live there. Okay, and die there hopefully. All right. So it's a bit weird for me to say this, but that's a fact. All right. I hope I answered your question. Okay, properties will still be a required asset class for any investor, no matter what. Oh, that was Mr. Maniraj. Okay, so Raj, please grant StreamYard at least permission for us to see that it was you who commented, because on my broadcast studio, I only see Facebook user. I don't see your name. Okay. All right. Other than that, if there's no other further question, I would like to say thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to meet more people over the next few weeks. And we build this group slowly, and it's growing in numbers every day, and that's something encouraging for me. And at least I know that people are asking and they're reaching out to us to keep on doing this. Okay. Other than that, thank you and have a good evening, good night, everybody, and have a pleasant week ahead. Thank you.